All right, guys, you guys have been asking, hey, are you going to talk about KULR? You haven't talked about KULR. Well, there's nothing to talk about. What is there to talk about? We got earnings on the 15th. I'm eating cheese popcorn, but I shouldn't be eating while making a video. But I just woke up and saw Google drop for no reason other than an overreaction. Kind of like when quantum stocks dropped because NVIDIA CEO opened his big mouth. Kind of like when NVIDIA dropped when DeepSeek came out. It was a complete overreaction, absolutely stupid. But we had good earnings back the previous earnings that they had, and we pumped 20% plus, and then we dropped. It sold off because people don't want to hold during a downtrend, bear market correction, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same thing. It just keeps going. Stocks just kept going lower, right? But we're not in that funk anymore. We're holding sideways here. So, honestly, I think I'm thinking of adding another maybe 2K. I don't go in big. I don't go in big, that big. Like too many people go in with like 5 figures, or 6 figures, and that's cool, man. If it works out, great. But I'm the kind of guy that bets big on what's proven, right? I'm gonna bet big on Bitcoin. I'm gonna bet big on NVIDIA. I'm gonna bet big on what has decades worth of history of just trending on the yearly chart. So that's what I go big on. I'm not going to go big on KULR. Anyways, if you go in with like 4K on KULR and it goes 10x, you still made quite a bit of money. But too many people, they're greedy, right? They want to put in 5 figures and turn it into millions. And I get that. That's very appealing. I get that, but I'm just not like that. I got rid of that desire too. I'm jaded at this point. So this is a buy. It's still a buy. It's just been going sideways here. It's a buy. And I'm thinking, I'm definitely, wait, can I add in after hours? I could just buy here. It's just literally here. It's waiting for earnings at this point. I don't see what could go wrong with earnings. I don't think it'll have a bad earnings. I would be shocked if it did. Let me check the numbers real quick here on the TradingView financials. Where am I? Trump going to make a big announcement? Yeah, that's happening. Trump is going to make a very big announcement, so that's going to be fun. But is he trading? No, not SoundHound. But yeah, Bitcoin's pumping. It's been pumping. It's been trending. KULR has just been sitting there. So they can buy all the Bitcoin they want. Because they did buy Bitcoin recently. I think they added some. It doesn't mean anything. It does not mean anything for this stock. They can add all the Bitcoin they want. So anyone saying it follows Bitcoin, completely wrong. Just buy ARKB. There's better stocks out there. Let me put it that way. What am I thinking of? I think I just lost a plot here. I know, KULR Stock. I'm looking for the financials from TradingView because they are reliable and it's free. Always use free stuff. I don't use anything paid. Everything's free. That's what you never see. Like I've had people reach out to me for me to pump their apps. Like paid sponsors, but I just don't. I don't care. Keep everything free. We're here to make money, not here to get you to spend on dumb garbage. Which I know some of them are watching. They're like, hey, my stuff isn't dumb. Okay, Moomoo's not dumb garbage, but still, I'm just not gonna be like that. Unless I guess a good offer comes up, but I don't think so. Okay, let's look at the quarterly here. I'm gonna look at the balance sheet, see what the liabilities are. Specifically payable. What about the inventory receivable? Let me just compare Q1 here. I wonder what's gonna. I don't. I'm looking at the numbers right now and I don't see anything concerning. They just keep buying Bitcoin. They're also getting into AI robotics, and on top of that, battery tech. So there's nothing to be this is like what you want. You want something that has that kind of exposure to everything that's going to continue to. The AI revolution is here. So I'm glad they got into AI. They're in Bitcoin, obviously, so that too, the cryptocurrency exposure. I'm really trying to think of something bad to say about this one. I can't say anything bad about it. It's a buy. Buy and hold with a price target of $3 maximum. So there's 100% potential here. But feel free to hold for more, but don't be greedy. Also, another thing I want to say is, remember, it's been dropping because the market has been dropping. But at the same time, it's not moving with the market. It's not pumping like some of the other stocks have been pumping. Which makes me think that we need something that's going to move it. We need a catalyst. We need something that's going to get people excited and send it. Like earnings did. So. But we are on the verge of I should not be eating, I apologize. But I just woke up anyways. The weekly, that crossover, last time it happened, we got a big move here. So you can either buy in anticipation of it, or you can buy when it happens. It's up to you. I think this is settling down exactly where it is at 120s. Let me just look at the quarterly, monthly, yearly, weekly, daily. Yeah, you know what's funny is when you look at the daily, it's all of this is just noise. But when you go into the weekly, you're like, oh, well, the story here is very clear. We're not going anywhere. We're literally not going anywhere. And it does look like it's getting ready for a big move. Let me go to the monthly and make sure I'm not crazy here. What is the RSI? I wonder. I don't look at these, but I am curious about the RSI. Volume should be dead. I don't think there's much volume. I rarely use volume. I don't really care. Oh, yeah, the volume is just... like, this is when you want to buy, when no one wants it. Absolutely. Let me look at the weekly, make sure I'm not crazy. Let me read. What's the RSI here? I forgot to check the RSI. So we cooled down around 50? Huh. Let me look at the weekly, see if there's anything else that this chart might tell me. On the weekly, we're like, huh. Yeah, the last time we bottomed out on the weekly, according to the RSI did come down to it did come down to the 30s. Yeah, holy crap. Every time it's come down to the 30s on the weekly, it's been a buy. Is this correct? Anytime it's come, yeah, anytime. Wow, okay. So yeah, anytime this has come down to the 30s, it's been a buy. It's signified a bottom before another pump. That's interesting. See, this is why you got to look at the bigger time frames. But again, I rarely use RSI. The only reason I'm doing it is just to see if maybe there's information, maybe there's some confluence somewhere. But let's see, the volume here on the weekly has been. Let me look at the past here just to make sure. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is perfection. Okay, this is a buy. I mean, I was already saying it's a buy. Oh, the 200 ML. Let me see. I rarely use the 50 and the 200. Last time those crossed over, again, huge pump. Last time those crossed over. The 50 crossing over the 200. The golden cross, as people like to call it. So that led to a huge pump. But we're going sideways. We're underneath the 200 on the 200 WMA. So it's a buy. If you guys recall, I wouldn't use the MACD crossover the daily for a buy signal. It's more so the weekly at this point because there's just too much noise. You kind of have to recognize, hey, the daily, the MACD does give signals, but it's kind of it's too much noise. Too much noise. It's better to use the weekly in this case to filter out the noise. You got to know when to filter out noise like that. Because if you pretend this is a 1 minute chart, it's a pretty kind of like it's just kind of not going anywhere, just sitting there, right? This is a buy. I'm going to keep saying this. And when this pumps, please don't message me saying, hey, is it a buy now? Because that's happened to me before where I say a stock is a buy, then it pumps, and then people reach out to me going, oh, is that a buy now? Like, have you not been paying attention? Like I've made so many videos, so many, like, how is this possible? I don't get it. I don't get that. I don't. It's being a Discord owner, not fun sometimes. Like, wait, it's frustrating because it's like, bro, I give you the keys to victory, and somehow you do, like, you don't jump in, and then you want to jump in after it's already moving. Like, that doesn't. That's not what I advocate. I advocate buying when it's cheap, when it's under 200. And there's a lot adding up right now to a potential big run here, especially after Fed Powell spoke. The market's reacting by kind of not going anywhere. But Nvidia started pumping, so I'm waiting to see how the market moves tomorrow, aka the real move, and we'll see how everything else moves. But I will be looking at another 2,000 on KULR and see if it starts moving, because I want to add when it's pumping, right? Does that make sense? I want to, let's say I buy at 127, I want to buy it and then it pumps as soon as I buy. I want that momentum and buyers on my side. That way, as soon as I enter the trade, have you ever entered a trade and you're immediately in the red and it just starts going down? That's not what I want. I want to go in with when buyers are showing strength and there's momentum on my side. That way, when I buy, it's gonna go. I'm gonna be in the green immediately instead of immediately in the red. Right? Does that make sense? So that's why I kind of want to have that quote unquote safety net. But obviously that requires timing, and it's not easy. I've already bought in and sold it for a penny over and over again trying to time it, but. That's just me. Hey, you do what you want. I'm just trying to get that good. I want to get in when buyers are on my side. Too many people, they get in when the sellers are showing strength, and then it just goes down, and you're like, oh my God, why does it go? Why does everything go down when I buy it? Well, that's why, because you're not doing the opposite, which is waiting for there to be strength, but without chasing after a huge pump, obviously. All right, I'll see you in the next one.